we keep going on down this 6 unit. We pick up a few other multis. We're scaling fast. We have our private investors lined up. We have a systematic way for deal flow here. I think it'd be good for us to talk about some of these neighborhoods. So you mentioned, you like to say 5 miles north and south of North Avenue, and like these, northern western burbs, I'll call them, off of 290 there and off of North. Let's talk about maybe like dive into one of these. So I know you have a few buildings out in Bellwood. What are some of the things? Why Bellwood? What do you like about it? What are some things that our listeners should understand or know about investing in Bellwood?
So, Tom, yeah, I mean, Bellwood, Maywood, Northlake, Melrose Park, Franklin Park, anything, north and south of North Avenue is something that I focus my efforts on, correct? So one thing I wanted to point out is the pocket investing concept, meaning that not all parts of Bellwood would sell for the same amount of price. Not all parts of Bellwood would rent for the same amount of money, correct? Some pockets of Bellwood, let me give you an example so that it's easier. Anything that's west of Mannheim, so Mannheim runs north-south, would rent at, my 2-bedroom house in Bellwood is renting for 1,800. It's a 2-bedroom house with a unfinished or partially finished basement with a 2-car garage, and it rents for 1,800. The same property, if I would buy either in a flood zone, Addison Creeks runs, on the west and south of Bellwood, correct, would rent for 1,550. Correct. So there is a big margin because of the pocket, because of the desirability in a renter's mind. Correct. And that goes across for any suburb today. City of Chicago is lot more heterogeneous. Suburbs tend to be more homogeneous, but at the same time, not all pockets of Bellwood would sell and rent for the same amount of money.
Give us that same opinion on Northlake.
Yeah, so opinion on Northlake is anything that's north of North Avenue. Now this is kind of nuanced. Comes under the Leiden Township. It comes under a different school district, which is the same for Franklin Park, Schiller Park, River Grove, correct, would rent and sell for way more money than properties south of North Avenue, which comes under the Proviso Township and comes under, I think it's Western Proviso High School that comes in Hillside, correct? So same thing, Northlake is one suburb, correct? But if you are north and south of North Avenue, depending on which part you are, the prices and the rents are way different because it comes in a different school district.
Gotcha. You brought up, so Maywood, give me Maywood.
Maywood, now this is kind of, I bought a short sale, which was my first experience in Maywood, for $140,000, correct? A short sale for 140. It's a brick 3-flat right on Madison and First, which in my experience, correct, I look at different metrics. I look at household income within half-mile of the subject property. I look at crime data from Trulia, from different websites, on a regular basis, correct? I bought this property for $140,000. Now this was a big rehab. This was a burr at a 3-flat level, correct? It took me 3 months to do the rehab. I put in $90,000. The property appraised for $310. And I am trying to fight with the appraiser that, hey, I have comps at $350, at $340 for a brick 3-flat in Maywood, correct? So Maywood, again, has a couple of different pockets. If you are south of 290, that's a different block in itself. And if you are north of 290, and the closer you are to River Forest, my property happens to be within half-mile of houses in River Forest that sell for more than $1.5 million today. Correct. So that's a different tenant base you're dealing with, a different homeowner you're dealing with, compared to some of the rough pockets of Maywood.